This week on Fox Sports West Television, Ronnie Kovach and the Fishing Ventures crew are at Mammoth Lakes, California. In this week's episode, angler educator Ronnie Kovach offers great tips and tutorials on how to catch these scrappy and good-eating rainbow trout. Also an interview with local trout fishery expert Tim Alpers and expert advice from Dennis Yamamoto with Owner Hooks. Mammoth describes the size of our mountains, the number of our lakes, and the expanse of our valleys, but also the number of possibilities for exploration, recreation, and reuniting with your family. Mountain biking, hiking, world-class golf, and the finest alpine skiing in the world. Mammoth Magic is next.
From Central America to Alaska and throughout the West, it's time for Fishing Ventures with Ronnie Kovach. World-renowned angler, educator, author, and lecturer, Ronnie Kovach has taught more than 50,000 anglers how to become more proficient at their favorite pastime. With conservation in mind, Ronnie Kovach's Fishing Ventures is dedicated to provide the avid sport fisherman with the where-to and how-to information to catch and release more fish.
Hi everybody and welcome to Fishing Ventures on Fox Sports West Television. This week, Ronnie Kovach and friends are fishing at Mammoth Lakes, California. This morning we are going to get started on Lake Mary. The town of Mammoth Lakes sits at an altitude of 7,800 feet and the surrounding mountains rise to elevations exceeding 12,000 feet. It's a beautiful, clear morning on Lake Mary, and Ronnie Kovach, along with Dennis Yamamoto with Owner Hooks, are fishing for rainbow trout. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's exciting episode of Fishing Ventures, Mammoth Magic. Right now, let's join angler educator Ronnie Kovach with a great tip that will help you catch more fish at Mammoth Lakes, California.
One of the more difficult challenges in any of the high elevation lakes is when the wind comes up. It's hard sometimes to anchor, stay in a stabilized spot. So what we'll do at times is to wind drift, and you can do that with a combination of live night crawlers, under a bobber, or use a small, clear, a water-filled bubble, and just slowly drag something like a wet fly, dry fly, or a nymph behind it. Wind drifting allows you to cover a lot of territory. You don't put up the hassles, of trying to keep the anchor stabilized, and most importantly, sometimes it really delivers some big rainbows and browns up here. Here's an example of that success with wind drifting, folks. Using a green woolly booger with a little plastic bobber, and fish just really whacked it.
Folks, if you're just now joining us, Ronnie Kovach and the Fishing Ventures crew are at Mammoth Lakes, California. This week's episode is entitled Mammoth Magic, and you can see why. So please stay with us.
Well, the fish are really suspended this morning, folks. It's a lot of rainbows, and Dennis right now is using one of his classic double rigs with typically a little piece of night crawler and then one of the power tubes.
What sets Mammoth Mountain apart is an 11,053-foot summit and over 3,500 acres of skiable terrain that includes heart-pumping steep chutes, wide-open bowls, and well-groomed trails. Ronnie Kovach and Mammoth Magic will be right back on Fox Sports West. Welcome back to Fishing Ventures and Mammoth Magic on Fox Sports West. Our first stop this morning is at Rick's Sports Center in Mammoth Lakes, California. Getting all dialed in with the right tackle is important when fishing for rainbow trout in these beautiful alpine lakes. Right now, let's join Ronnie Kovach and friends on Lake Mary for some excellent rainbow trout fishing.
Better one, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, this is a nice one.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
I better use that.
Okay, yeah. We need a net.
Right.
That's good. Very good.
Probably need a net on this one here, David. That's pretty good here. Back reeling, too. It's old school here, folks. I'm back reeling on my little Adler spinning reel. I like just maintain control, mano y mano. That's what back reeling is about. Beautiful Alfred trout, look at that. I think this one we're going to take. Yeah, baby, look at that. Beautiful. Woo!
Folks, this week's episode of Fishing Ventures is entitled Mammoth Magic, and you can see why. There's a lot more bent rod action coming right up on Fox Sports West from Mammoth Lakes, California, so please stay with us. Mammoth Lakes is located in the Inyo National Forest and is surrounded by acres of forest and bordered by the Ansel Adams and John Muir wilderness areas. There's a lot more fishing action and family entertainment coming up on Fishing Ventures and Mammoth Magic. Ronnie Kovach will be right back to Mammoth Lakes, California on Fox Sports West. Now it looks like Dennis Yamamoto, using balanced equipment, has found a biter on beautiful Lake George and on an owner red mosquito hook.
Folks, if you fish anywhere in the western United States for rainbow trout, you've pretty much heard of the Alpers strain. Tim Alpers, your trout really are the gold standard for rainbow trout. What makes the Alpers trout fishing, the Alpers trout strain, so special?
Well, Ronnie, I really appreciate that comment. I've worked very hard to establish that strain. What we have is a steelhead and rainbow cross. And what we do out at the Alpers Ranch is we try to bring the best of the genetics out through husbandry practices. And you know, it's been a lot of trial and error over the last 15 years, but I think we've got this thing down. And the goal out at our operation is to have a trout that's as close to a wild trout as possible in coloration, in fight, in the coloration of the meat, the taste of the meat when the consumer wants to take it back down to wherever they're from in Southern California and prepare it as a food dish. So there's a lot of aspects that go into a trophy trout, and we're trying to get this nailed down.
Take it from me, folks, Ronnie Kovach, these Alpers trout, and I've caught enough of them, they really fight like a native rainbow trout. And if you want to get lots of Alpers trout and some of these really big boys here, Tim's planted some fish over 13 pounds in the Mammoth Lakes region because these Alper trout are waiting for you.
Folks, right now, let's join Dennis Yamamoto with another good tip on trout fishing in Mammoth Lakes, California.
Today our guide Dave has been using a lot of our mosquito hooks rigged with power worms. The hot color he's been using is this red power worm. Just snip off a piece. Just rig it straight on your mosquito hook like that. We're using the red mosquito hooks here today. Matches the worm perfectly. And he's using a casting bubble ahead of it with about a 5-foot leader of fluorocarbon, 2-pound test. That 2-pound test seems to be working very well today, along with these sharp mosquito hooks.
The very best family recreation, including mountain biking, hiking, and world-class golf. It's all right here in Mammoth Lakes, California. Ronnie Kovach will be right back on Fox Sports West. Hi everybody, and welcome to Ronnie Kovach's Fishing Ventures. Today Ronnie is fishing at Convict Lake, just south of Mammoth Lakes, California. Convict Lake is one of the many pristine alpine lakes in the Mammoth Lakes area and is home to some of the finest rainbow and brown trout fishing to be found anywhere. The ancient granite rock towering above is some of the most interesting and oldest in the Sierra Range. This 168-acre lake has depths up to 140 feet. More about how Convict Lake got its name later, but right now it's a beautiful day in the eastern Sierras. The trout are popping up everywhere, and Ronnie Kovach and our guide Tim are eager to get started.
We're hooked up. We're hooked up there. That fish coming up there. He ate that little tube bait. Little high Sierra rainbow there, looks like. Ooh, did he inhale it? There he is. Look at that trout worm right out of its mouth there.
Another High Sierra rainbow. Convict Lake rainbow, there he is. Look at that. Ate the orange one, Tim. That was suspended under the bobber. He had it down, Dan. Did you see it? There he is. Hook up. Oh, yes, indeed. Gotta love it. Oh, this is just so much fun on this light 2-pound test line. Well, they're starting to move here. Every cast. They're not real big ones. This is, to understand, convict is at 7,600 feet. Fish don't grow as fast or as long, I want to say, as they do in the lower elevation lakes. But boy, I tell you, they're hot on 2-pound test line.
Located in the Inyo National Forest, Mammoth Lakes is home to many beautiful clearwater lakes. The trout fishing in the Mammoth Lakes area is unsurpassed, whether fishing from a boat, float tube, or the bank. And we would be remiss if we didn't point out that the restaurants in Mammoth Lakes are the finest anywhere. Great service as well as the fine cuisine in this small and very friendly town helped make our stay a memorable one. The Fishing Ventures crew certainly did not pass up a meal while in Mammoth Lakes. Folks, don't go away because Fishing Ventures will return to Mammoth Lakes and more wide open trout fishing right after these messages. Folks, welcome back to Fishing Ventures. Today, Ronnie Kovach is fishing at Convict Lake near Mammoth Lakes, California. Originally called Monte Diablo Lake, Convict Lake got its name in 1871 after a shootout between a local posse and a group of escapees from a Nevada jail, and now has its place in the historic Old West.
Gets bit, yeah. This was that little tube bait, and then the power trout trailer, the little worm. Here we go. Ooh, nice fish. Better fish here. Nice fish. Nice fish here.
There you go. Rub it in that I haven't had any bites.
Here we go. This is a nice fish right here. This is going to take some time on 2 pound. See how those fish just... You see how these fish just come out into the shallows like this? That's exactly what I'm talking about. In these shadows. Oh, it's a nice fish right here. Here we go, 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 here we go. Here we go, he's really taking off now. I saw the boat. It's way back there now. You ready, Tim? I'll lead him right towards the net, I hope. I hope. I hope. Oh, he saw the boat. And we're going to back reel him again on that little tube jig. Here he comes. Yeah, everybody be careful now from the good fish. I'm trying. This is really precarious on 2 pound. If you can, wait till you come. Okay, take him. Head first, Tim. Tim's got to be head first. I'll lead him towards you. There he is. Head first. Ready? Oh no. Nope, he's still hot. It's a nice fish, folks. It's a really nice big rainbow. Just still got a lot of fight through. Here we go, here we go. Oh, we got him. Look at that. Oh boy. And we're going to try to release him real quick here. Here we go. All right. Yeah. Yes, set her free.
For more information on Mammoth Lakes, California, visit online at visitmammoth.com. Ronnie Kovach's Fishing Ventures is produced by Danny Jackson Television Productions.